Question for you today. Are you the seller or are you the buyer?
Are you buying or selling? That is the question. And I'm your host, Eric Brown. And with me, Mr. Mike Jones. And Mike, I got to know, do you like to buy or to sell?
Actually, I love to sell. However, what I have learned, and I'm sure that most of our listeners will agree with this, is man, we do not like feeling like somebody is selling us something. For whatever reason, we always get on the defensive and put our wall up as soon as we feel like somebody is about to sell us something.
But Mike, in every conversation and interaction, isn't someone buying and someone selling?
Well, I am of the opinion, Eric, and we kind of come back to that question specifically, but I am of the opinion that both people in that conversation are selling something. So no matter whether or not you're the person that is focused on getting the person to buy into your belief system or buy into your philosophy or buy into what you feel is the right thing or the right way to go, there is a buyer and a seller in every one of those conversations. However, at some point in the conversation, and that's where I really want us to dive into, both people are selling something.
Okay, but Mike, when I go to Sam's Club or Costco and I'm walking down the aisle and there's those people selling water and solar shields for the roof and air conditioning units and all of that stuff. I mean, that's annoying to me.
Yeah, oh, man, you just touched on a very, very sore spot for me. And I literally have to convict myself every time I go into Sam's because I've had that exact same experience. Now, I don't mind telling you, I get incredibly annoyed at them and then I get annoyed at myself. And I'm going to tell you why here in a moment. First of all, as soon as my psyche, my consciousness feels like that they are selling me something, I literally get on the defensive. And then I ask myself the question, and I do this in so many areas of my life, Eric, why do you feel like this? This person is doing their job. This person is literally focused on helping you to absolutely be able to realize something that you may not have an awareness around. So having just presence to simply listen to them with the intent to be influenced offers us an opportunity to absolutely become aware of what we've been unaware of. That is the conversation that I'm ultimately having with myself. And it's because it is a conversation that I want people to have with themselves when I'm selling what I'm selling, when I'm selling that there is nothing wrong in your life and that there is nothing that needs to be fixed, whatever those messages are that I'm selling, and people feel apprehensive about it based upon what they already believed the truth was. It is in those moments that I also get annoyed because I know that what I'm selling is going to benefit them, and I absolutely want them to listen with the intent to be influenced.
But Mike, I got to ask a question. I mean, how do you listen with the intent to be influenced when someone's focused to sell you something that you don't believe that you need?
Yeah, when you're in a situation where you don't feel that you need something, that is the moment that I really want you to check the conversation that you are having with yourself. Because it is in that moment that you may be looking in your rear view mirror. So if I am coming to you and I'm attempting to sell you a car and you just bought a car, your car is in good working condition, then that's probably not a conversation that you want to give me your time, energy, or resources to. However, if I am coming to you and I'm saying to you that every last one of us occupies the largest room in the house, which is a room for improvement, and it is true, every last one of us occupies that room. There is an opportunity for me to learn something from every person on the planet, y'all. There are 8 billion people on this planet. Every last one of them knows something that you don't, which means that there is always an opportunity to learn and grow. But when we allow ourselves to be buyers rather than rejectors, putting up all kinds of barriers to the growth that is available to us because we have gotten solidly planted on a perspective or philosophy, not realizing that those are just thoughts. And any thought that I have can be changed if I allow myself to be in a space where I can learn and grow and become even better at doing what I'm doing.
Okay, Mike, how does this connect though in your personal life or my personal life?
Yeah, I mean, because in every relationship that we're in, especially in the genesis of the relationship, there's a whole lot of selling going on, baby. And initially, some of that selling is inauthentic because we're doing everything that we can to sell ourselves to this person. And sometimes we show up in inauthentic ways in doing so because we just want to get that sale, regardless of what the conditions are. We want that sale. So sometimes we exaggerate a little bit or we go outside of the truth in some cases. And I mean, if you have ever been on a dating site, and I personally have not, thank God, but I have heard and been told by many and even heard in news reports how people go to an incredible extent to sell themselves by altering their look or their features, their pictures, their bios. They expound and exaggerate things that aren't true, all to sell themselves to somebody else. And what I want to say to you, that it is more important for you to be authentic to people when you are selling whatever your product is. I don't care if it is solar panels, cars, yourself, your message, your philosophy. The more authentic you are in the context of that, the greater likelihood that there is going to be customer satisfaction once you have made the sale.
Yeah, so the key really is getting people to check the conversation and listen with the intent to be influenced from the salesperson.
Yeah, and you know, for me, Eric, I believe that when I'm experiencing the feelings that I experience when someone is selling me something, it is because of what I have been taught over the years that salespeople are like. You know, I grew up when I first started Discover over 33 years ago, saying to myself, I am not a salesperson. So I went out and hired 2 salespeople who were not very good salespeople. In fact, in the first year of the company, they didn't sell anything. And what I learned was that just as I felt like I wasn't a salesperson, I came to the realization and a commitment to be the salesperson. I absolutely love sales. I still don't like 100% being sold to. And I think that it is just because of the way that I've been taught and the way that I've been practicing. When I go to a car dealership, I cannot stand that sales process because it feels so inauthentic to me. However, I know that when we are selling what we're selling, when we are absolutely convincing people that there is a better version of them, and we're working hard to sell them on the fact that positive and negative exist in every moment, and that they can choose to be positive in every one of those moments. That one of the greatest gifts that they have is the gift of choice, and that they can choose to believe in themselves. I'm selling that, baby, and I want you to buy it.
Yeah, and that's a bigger picture that connects everyone, right? To their personal outcomes and what they're focused on.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
Well, you heard it here first, y'all. Buyer or seller, we're all selling. So get out there on the edge and sell.
Absolutely. And here's something else I want you to buy. If you are not living your life out on the edge, you are taking up far too much room.
Here we go now.